Movement and space off the ball is one of those areas that coaches often get frustrated with. Some people call it a skill, some people call it a habit, but whatever we call it, it is a learned trait. When working with younger players, visual setups, visual aids often help them understand and comprehend. If repeated often enough, they start to grasp this concept at a very young age. They may not bring it into a game situation, but small-sided games and small-sided drills will help work it into their body.
Movement. Let's talk about movement for a minute. This is 4 corners, and I'm going to pull one person out. So let's pull Nick, you come out for a minute. What happens is every time that someone new gets the ball, you have to connect the dots. So if he has the ball, you have to move over here because now you're connected. Pass the ball across. Now who has to move? Who's not connected? There we go. Pass the ball here. Who moves? Great. Go ahead. Get on your toes. Come on. Show me that you're alive. Okay, a little bit bigger grid. Let's do the same thing. Go ahead. Pass. Make sure your passes are accurate. Stop. Nick, defend. And don't forget, you got to think fast because you need to get to that other cone. You need to get to your cone quick. Good, Nick, good. Nick, you go ahead out, take a break. Go ahead. If I'm standing here and give Ryan the ball, we're connected. All of a sudden, as soon as I see him pass to someone else, what do I need to do? Move. Do I wait until that person receives the ball? No. So pass to him. Now I move. Okay? Do it again. Ryan, go over there. Versus pass to him, versus waiting till he receives it, then going here, because what happens? It collapses. If he's standing, if I wait, now all of a sudden, Rach, go put just loose pressure there. Back up a little bit. Now, does he have a decent pass? Not really, because she can sort of cover this whole thing, and that's why I'm over here. So let's go ahead. Come on in again. And stay on the inside of your cones. Get busy on your toes, and I just want you to be really quick, smooth passing. Go. Don't wait. You know where that player is going to be. Pass. There we go. And stop. Everyone ready? Same thing. We're going to set up as if there were cones. You're going to play the ball. You're going to defend the ball. Okay? But we have the freedom. So we don't necessarily have to be in a square, but that's the mindset we're going to use. Play. Now we're going to go back to the noodles and we're going to use them sort of as a visual guide. So Isaac, step back over here for a minute, out of play. There's the three of us in this play, and what happens is I want everyone to understand the theory of as soon as I receive a ball, my supporting players, you guys have to give me, I need a place to go. That's not going to get covered. So, Rach, go ahead and pass me a ball. Move. Move. See it? Now I've got choices, I've got options, and that's what we're going to call it. Creating options. Stay where you are. I just received a ball. Defenders coming in. I need options. I need options. And move. See the difference? Now I've got options. Pass to me, and then wait. When he passes to me, John, just sort of turn and put pressure on me and no one else move. Go ahead. And now, all of a sudden, I've lost one of my options. And if you were a little bit further over, come right in here, a little closer to me, closer this way. Stop. And if you were there, now I don't have any options. And this is where what happens is, especially in the younger players, I try and do this, and I'm passing through human body that a ball can't get through. I might as well be a rock. For some reason, soccer players think, I can't kick through a rock, but I can kick through a human body. You watch, I'm gonna kick through that human body. It's the same thing as a rock. If a ball's not gonna go through it, a ball's not gonna go through it. So as soon as I receive, I need to have options. Now my options are open. Another way to do this without looking ridiculous on a soccer field, another way to do this is arms. Now I need my options. So now I've got my options of movement. Now we're going to play a little bit of a triangle, but when you receive a ball, what are you going to do? Options. Just do this. Just go options. Okay? That's all I want you to do. So you have free, you can stay in the cones, just move around lightly. When you receive a ball, just hold your arm out and say options. Not that wide. When he comes in, a little bit farther, right there. So now I need options, okay? If he's back here, what happens to your option angle? There you go. And if he comes in real close, what happens? There you go. Now your options change. See that? And so now you need to move back if he's in close. Isaac, you need to move back if he's in close. Now move, change your arms again. If he's still coming in, see what happens? Now I don't have to be that far for an option. So keep that in mind. All right, go ahead and play. Option, say option. And you know where to pass because they're going to be at your arms. Now hold up your, make sure it's a good angle, guys. Tell them where you want them to go. Tell them where you want them to go and then pass to it. There you go, because you know they're going to end up there. Not too wide, Isaac. Don't make it, don't hold your arms out to the side, but give me a V. It's like a wide V. And stop. Now let me ask you a question. With these three players here, what's one important thing we notice about the movement when someone passes, after they pass? They move. Before they stood still. Before they stood. So if I had the ball passed to me, he comes in and he covers me, and now I pass it over to Isaac, you go cover Isaac, and I would just stand here. But now that I know I'm required to be an option after a pass, that's my very next step. The next immediate thing is I do not wait, I become an option. So now I become an option. Pass to me again, and you cover me. So you should not hesitate at all to become an option. Same with you. And one of the biggest things that you'll see one of the biggest things you'll notice, especially when you watch your premier, watch it, your advanced college level plays, as soon as they pass, as soon as that ball comes off the foot, what do? Choo, 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 choo. They're moving. The second they pass it, unless they're doing a huge feed in, or they're doing something like that. But if they're in 1-by-1 close places, as soon as they pass, they're done. They now must become an option. So I have to become an option as soon as I pass. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come out and play again, a little pickup game, and we're going to do that option theory, okay? As soon as you pass a ball, you do not become a spectator and watch your team play, okay? Do not watch them play. As soon as you pass, what do? Move and become a option. Thank you, Rachel. Very good. Become an option, okay? That's the second the ball leaves your foot, you become an option, okay? Play. And ball here. Here's a great visual of how someone is not an option. So we just passed, and now our team is moving down. Are you, don't move yet, because this is your position, okay? Now, are you an option for Morgan? No. Where should you go? Now you're an option. Come here again. If you see a yellow shirt between you and the ball, are you an option? No. Remember, if you see a yellow shirt between you and the ball, you are not an option. You are not in a lane. You are not in a passing lane. This is about creating lanes, getting open, and everyone not charging to the net. You're holding your shape great, but we have to become channels, we have to become lanes. When do I need to pass the ball? Before that defender gets in where he can what? Reach it. So if a defender is closing on me, I need to do something before he breaks that noodle plane. Nick, you have a ball. Hold the noodle up. Okay, 2 hands. Tell me when you need to pass the ball. Anytime. Now, too late. Gotcha? Got it? Let's try it again. Ready? Face this way. Move over this way, John. Ready? Now pass it, now pass it, now pass it, now pass it, now pass it. Too late. Got it? Because as soon as I get inside of this, what can I do? Boom. If I want to, if I feel him closing in and I don't have time to pass, my options, let me move away. As he closes in, move away. If I don't have the ability to pass, don't do what's called lights out. Don't stay there and let them close you and challenge you, beat you for that ball. If you don't have the time to pass, move the ball away or pass it quicker. Okay? Get set up again, triangle. Move it away. Make sure there's not a yellow in between you and that ball. Move, Ryan. Always move. Make sure there's not a yellow. Very good. Okay, we're going to expand on a little bit of movement here. I'm going to have one defender. Defender, keep your flag loosely held. Don't wrap it up. I always see that. You got to have it loose. Let's not play at 100% here. Let's play at about 50%. I'm really just looking for good movement, supporting movement off the ball. We need to have at least 6 touches before we can score. 6 touches without a defender touching it, okay? Defender, I want you just to play at about 50%, and I want you to play the ball. Don't run yourself out.
Okay.
This is an interesting setup because it teaches players that we don't always charge towards a goal. Making sure that they get a certain number of passes before they can score teaches that we have to drop it back and we have to have supporting movement from other players.
Think of this in a youth environment. Because we only have one goal and they have to touch the ball 6 times, what are we teaching them? We're teaching them that it's not always there. Understand? We're teaching them that it's not just get a ball, everyone charge this direction, because if you have to touch it 6 times, what do you have to eventually do in this setting? You have to go backwards. And you have to go sideways. And if you're just standing still, it doesn't work. So everyone has to move, we have to support, and at some point in those 6 touch movements, someone has to pass back. It has to happen. This little drill right here, you can set up and you can have, if you've got, let's say on one of your teams you're coaching, you've probably got, let's say you've got to work with 20 kids. And you're trying to teach 20 kids in this big grid, and half of them are talking. Well, let me tell you this, if you were to take this setup right here, we've got 4 players, you can use 5, 1 defender and 5 offensive. You can set up 4 grids with 4 goals. You don't have to have pop-ups. You can take a cone, put a ball on top of it. Now you've got your drills. 2 of these, now you've got a great small-sided goal. But the rule is 6 touches or as many touches as you want. You can do it 3 touches to try and do a fast break attack. You can do 6 touches for conditioning. You can do 10 touches. But set them up in this area right here and let them play. They will have a blast. They will do it for 2 hours straight because they're having fun, and their conditioning will improve tremendously. Here's my question to you. Is this a fun little game? That's all it is, because you're doing what? You're playing soccer. But at the same time, we're learning, and you can do this non-stop. I would much rather see players spend 50% of their practices doing this one drill than anything else. Do your technical, do your coaching tactical points, and get them in this type of environment for as long as possible. And let me tell you, it'll translate into field work at that young age better than anything else you'll do. Now, here's a simple little drill where if you do this enough, every time you touch a ball to someone, what are you going to do?
Run.
You're going to run. You're going to peel off. You're going to go the opposite direction. But, you know, instead of going out and running laps as a youth player, a youth team, or even a school, imagine setting up. Now, all we've got here is we've got a couple of cones, 3 players. We initially tried it with 4. We were going to set with 4, but you know what? I like it with 3 because everyone's moving the whole time. The person that's out, what are they doing? Jogging. They're jogging around, a little warm up. So now we can have these grids set up. We can have the entire team broken up into 3s doing this. Now I'll tell you what, you do this for 10 minutes straight as a warm up versus laps, much, much more effective.